Hi, guys. Welcome to the stream. I was not expecting to be on here right now. Okay. Guys, I feel like you guys know I'm pretty chill, and I feel like I don't overreact to things, but this one hurts, man, and I don't get it. I don't get it. I really don't get it. 103 people in here. Make sure you hit the like button. I'm actually pissed off. This reminds me of 2 years ago when this happened when I was on stream. It's different. He signed somewhere. Now he's gone. They traded him. All right, here's breaking news. So, let's pull it up here. Sorry if I'm a little, not organized, but dude, what happened? What is going on? So, this morning, the Eagles just made a shocking trade, as they have traded safety CJ Gardner Johnson, who I know we all love, to the Houston Texans in exchange for Kenyon Green, who, if you don't know, is a first-round pick offensive lineman, guard from the Houston Texans. And a pick swap with the Eagles getting a 2026 fifth-round pick in exchange for a 2026 sixth-rounder per Adam Schefter. I really don't even know how to break this trade down because, one, I did not see it coming at all. I don't think anybody did. But, I really don't get it. I mean, I understand, how he said earlier this offseason. I was working on a video, telling people to chill, calm down. He's got a plan, whatever. He basically said, we're going to have to make some moves during this offseason that maybe you don't think are the right moves. He was saying, just be patient with us. So I guess this is the kind of thing he was talking about. And he also said that they're going to have to be playing a lot of young players. So, man, I mean, I just don't get it because CJ Gardner Johnson is clearly so important for this Eagles defense. When he was here in 2022, we had the number one pass defense in the league. He had 6 picks. And just the energy he brings and the attitude, the trash talking, the physicality, all that stuff is so important. He's the spark plug of the defense. He brings the energy. He leaves in 2023. Our defense immediately becomes soft as you know what. And he comes back this year. Our defense has that swag back. They're tough, physical, whatever. And the part of that's Vic Fangio. And we got some of those guys besides CJ. But, man, this sucks. This sucks. And this is tough, man. I'm sorry. I feel like I'm having a hard time breaking this down and being chill and explaining what's going on, but I'm right there with you guys. I'm pissed, I'm disappointed, I'm sad about it because I love CJ Gardner Johnson and I think he's super important for this defense. So I'm gonna try and trust Howie because he's earned that. He really has. But this I did not see coming, nor do I agree with it. This is painful. I mean, I think our secondary for sure just got worse, but I'm starting to think about it and I'm trying to rationalize why they would do this. And I guess, his cap hit wasn't that high though, is the thing. But you can't pay everybody. They're gonna have to pay Cooper DeJean and Kenyon Mitchell in a few years, Jalen Carter next year, Cam Jurgens this offseason. So they got guys they still have to pay. And they traded for a guard, so it looks like Mekhi Becton's for sure going to be gone and go get paid somewhere else. So that kind of sucks. I'm shaking, dude. What is going on? It also means, I guess, Sidney Brown's going to be your starter next year, which I like Sidney Brown. I do like Sidney Brown, but I wasn't thinking trade him and I wasn't thinking trade CJ and start Sid. I was maybe you could carve out some sort of smaller role for Sid. This one I didn't see coming at all, man. Yeah, this is the one I feel like we just got to try. Common Sense 69 says, Howie has constructed 2 different Super Bowl teams and people are questioning him. Yeah, so I feel like, he's earned the trust. and respect to the fan base. So, like, as much as this sucks and I don't really agree with it, we got to trust him and see what happens. But that doesn't mean we can't be upset. And I'm definitely upset because I love CJ. I think everyone here does. And now he's gone. Whew. Let's see what your guys' thoughts are in the chat. I mean, I'm sure everyone's pretty much in agreement that this sucks. They traded CJ. That's a blow. Completely agree, Dan. The Eagles for life makes no sense. Yeah, I don't think it makes too much sense either. Like, I'm trying to start to rationalize it in my head, but it sucks. Yeah. I don't think CJ is as good as you think. I think he's a good player. I think people maybe sometimes overhype him slightly, but I think the value he brings, not with what he does, like, in his play, but just the attitude and the energy and all that stuff is super important. And you saw it in 2023 when he wasn't here. So, 156 people in here. Make sure you guys hit the like button on the stream. But this is tough. Like, this is one, like, all the moves yesterday, I was not going to freak out about because I saw a lot of them coming, like pretty much all of them. You know, the one that I didn't like the most, and I talked about it yesterday on stream, Oren Burks. But even that one's like, okay, we got Jeremiah Trotter Jr. Like, we could add somebody, but this one, you better hope Sidney Brown pans out. Like, I'm not saying he's not going to, but you better hope he does. Yeah, and this is the other one. Like, we're probably not bringing Becton back since we just traded for a guard. He was a former first-round pick, I think, this past year. Let me double-check that. Ugh. No. I lied. 2022. I don't know where I got this last year from. Again, guys, I told you yesterday. Around the NFL, it's hard keeping track of all of it and doing these videos, but, you know, I don't know. Y'all still trust Vic Fangio's defense? I still trust Vic Fangio in the scheme. So hopefully that means, hopefully Sidney Brown can step up. But, like, I'm sorry if I don't have, like, all the best analysis right now, but this is just, like, a shocking move that I'm not happy about. 100% trust Vic Fangio defense. Yeah. But, I was trying to click on a different one. Hold up. Yeah, King of These 21. What's up, bro? He says Sidney Brown needs to step up. 100% for sure. He's the starter now. It's his spot to lose, I guess, looks like. Bernard says the game is one up front in the trenches. If Mekhi Becton leaves, we have his replacement. And this is true, but I was, before getting on stream, I pulled up an article real quick from a Texans, like, Houston source. And let me switch to that real fast because, so apparently he's been, it's a similar thing to Mekhi Becton, it sounds like. So if he was drafted in 2022, then he's going into the final year of his rookie deal. Says, we'll scroll down here. It says a difficult tenure for Green, a former blue chip recruit. He said he struggled after being selected 15th overall at Texas A&M. So he's not been, like, super good. It says Kenyon Green was nearly replaced by Kendrick Green before the New York Jets game after being benched against the Indianapolis Colts and replaced by Jarrett Patterson before Patterson suffered a concussion and was ruled out of the game. Green went back in and finished the game. Struggled against the Jets' pressure packages, allowing penetration. While he had one pancake block in an encouraging moment, his overall blocking performance was shaky. Green has been put on notice, has allowed 7 pressures, 1 sack, 2 quarterback hits, and had a season-low 21.9 pass blocking grade, according to Pro Football Focus Analytics, and was benched and replaced by Patterson before being reinserted into the game against the Colts. Patterson suffered a concussion. Had a rough game against the Packers, 29 pass blocking grade, 1 sack, 3 pressures, 2 hurries. Much better. He got into much better shape last offseason after missing his entire second season with a torn labrum, down to 315 pounds. Still having fundamental blocking issues, and his play has declined since arguably the best performance of his career in the season opener against the Colts. So he's got, obviously being a former first rounder, he's got the tools. Like, he has potential, but the fact that you trade CJ for a guy that isn't really proven either and like has struggled in his career is a little. Here's the thing though, right? About like trading for an offensive lineman, you can say, okay, if Mekhi Becton's going to leave, at least we got an offensive lineman in here. But the thing about that is we had Tyler Steen. So I would have rather just lost Becton and had Steen play instead of trading for a guard. Unless they had to do this move for some reason that I'm not seeing, maybe, they know something that we don't. But from an outsider's perspective, this move is tough. Like, I get CJ, like you said, Billy Shad, probably talking too much all week. And yeah, he does talk, but man, I don't see that being a reason to trade CJ Gardner Johnson. This is a shocker and not a fun thing to talk about here on my Tuesday morning. I don't know. I guess I'm going to try and get a video out maybe later today, maybe tomorrow. I think someone said Lane Johnson tweeted. I did see that. Let me actually pull that up real quick. I saw it. And I guess maybe at least Lane is... at least Lane doesn't seem like he's too upset. He says Howie season with the eyeball emoji. People in the comments are like, I'm crashing out, not CJ GJ. Howie season, he traded our dog on defense for some nobody. Tyler Steen, that's what I'm saying. Like, Tyler Steen has looked good when he's played. CJ just tweeted also. I don't get this move, man. David says in your next video, how about being more optimistic and real? This is my real reaction. I'm disappointed. I'm not saying, okay, first of all, I want to point out, I'm not saying we're done because CJ Gardner Johnson's gone, but I just don't think it's a good move. Oh, gosh. Lane, I hope you know something's coming. I hope you're like, dog. Let me pull up CJ's tweet because I saw that one too, unless he sent something else out. This is... Usually I'm optimistic, guys. Like, I feel like I am... This sucks. This is so sad. This guy's a fan favorite. Roller coaster of emotions with this guy. He says, I love you, Philly. We forever champions. And yeah, man. Good luck to you in Houston, bro. I hope you have a great season over there. I'm just... Okay, here's a Texans fan. Drew the Nerd says, as a Texans fan, I cannot believe this trade just went down. Kenyon Green has been terrible for us. Dog. All right, look, we got Jeff Stoutland. So whatever offensive line prospect we bring in, as long as they have talent, they have potential, I feel like Stout's going to get the most out of this Kenyon Green guy. But that does not mean that I think this is a good move. Like, this is so... See, you got a dog, man. You guys got a dog, Houston. Got to be something crazy coming? I hope so at this point. I wasn't expecting any crazy moves. I was expecting this to be a more chill offseason. We're going to lose some guys. We're going to make some smaller moves. We're not going to trade our dog on defense, our leader on defense. Because I love your passion. I feel the same way. Most of us do. Yeah. This is tough. Says, what contract is he on? Maybe to free up space for an edge or defensive tackle. Let's look at CJ's contract real fast because I don't think his cap hit was very high. I don't think it was. Let me bring this up. This is tough. He was on a 3-year, $27 million contract. That's really not a lot. Dude, what? See, now I'm actually even more upset by this move because, he's got to know how he got to know something that we don't. Because look at this. Look at this right here, guys. If you look at this contract, His cap hit for this upcoming season is only $3.7 million. Whew. That's nothing. What was his cap hit for next year is $4.6 million. I don't understand this move at all. I'm sorry. I don't. I like Sidney Brown. I think he can be a good player. But I don't understand trading this. I don't understand trading CJ Gardner Johnson. I mean, the cap hits. The cap hits are nothing. This is nothing. This is nothing. I don't understand it. David says, love your videos, by the way. Just know we will be. See, look, I am not questioning that. And I always know we're going to be fine because I always trust Howie Roseman. You know, we're going to be good. But also I am upset about this. This is ridiculous. Overall, we'll be okay. But, man. Hurts to lose CJ. Kenyon Green is still on his rookie contract, so it's not like he's getting paid a lot of money either. Maybe, see, people are saying maybe it's with the Slay and CJ thing. If that's it, I mean, that's ridiculous. First of all, Slay's technically not gone yet, but it looks like he's going to be gone. And, like, if you can't afford Slay, it doesn't look like. You could afford CJ. You can't afford Slay. So if you got to pick, man. That beer that hit Howie must have messed up his brain. Dude, I mean, look, usually we are, loving whatever Howie does, but this, I don't get it. I don't get it. What do we get from the trade? So we got Kenyon Green from the Texans. He's a former first-round pick offensive guard, but he's had a disappointing career so far since being drafted, I think, 15th overall in 2022, they said. And we also got, I think we got a 6th-round pick, and we also gave up a pick. We got a 5th-round pick, and we gave up a 6th. So I don't know. Let me go back to the actual trade itself. Let's just look at this one more time, because this is... I feel like I keep saying the same thing over and over and over again, but this really hurts, man. Like, it's hard for me to give a great, like, in-depth breakdown of this. I feel like I've tried my best to, like, talk about what this means. Sidney Brown's going to obviously be the starter now. I guess Kenyon Green's your starting guard. Mekhi Becton's going to be gone. Here it is again by Ian Rappaport. I'm sorry, guys. I'm like all over the place in this stream right now, but I'm like, I genuinely don't know how to act because this is such a shock and I don't agree with it. Yeah, so we get a 2026 5th rounder and then they get a 2026 6th rounder. So it's like you do a little pick swap and then we get Kenyon Green, who's been a disappointing offensive lineman so far. Sidney Brown's your starter now at safety. Kenyon Green's likely your starter at right guard. Mekhi Becton's going to be gone. Like, I don't understand this move really at all. Like, I would have rather just kept him, kept CJ, your energy guy on defense, one of your leaders in the secondary. He doesn't have a high cap hit in either of the 2 years. And then you got Tyler Steen, who could have played right guard if Mekhi Becton was going to leave. Like, I don't get it. I don't. Maybe there's something else coming that I don't know about. So Sidney Brown's not starting material. He's too injury-prone and reckless. I mean, I don't want to put the injury-prone label on him just because, he had the torn ACL and then he's had like a couple little other things. But I don't want to say that yet because he's really had one serious injury. And then other than that, he hasn't missed much time. He is a little reckless, but that comes with being like a young player. And I do like the way he plays. Like I was saying yesterday on my stream, he's an energy guy. brings the physicality like CJ. Like, he's a dog too. It's just we know what CJ is. And you know, he's a bit older. He's a vet. He had 6 picks this past season. You know, sometimes he had some lapses in coverage, but other than that, like I think he's a good, really good player. And it hurts to lose him for sure. And then people are talking about what's his name, Lewis Seen from Georgia, which I'm not expecting him. I guess he's a depth piece, but I don't think he's a starter. Says the key is Jeff Stoutland. Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying that like Kenyon Green's going to come in and be what he was with the Texans, because I believe Stout's going to get the best out of him. It's just I feel like if you look at it, and like, look, it's hard for me to sit here barely having a fraction of the knowledge that Howie Roseman has, the guy who's built 2 Super Bowl rosters, makes all these crazy moves. And I'm sure he's got a bigger plan in mind, but like, at least as of now sitting here, it's hard for me to be like, well, it was a good move to get rid of CJ Gardner Johnson and bring in this guy, when I feel like, again, he could have just rolled with Tyler Steen if Mekhi Becton was going to go, kept CJ, who doesn't have a high cap hit, at least for one more year, like after like one season, and then he gets rid of him. Like, I don't get it. I'm never going to get too... Don't read what, Jaden? Don't read what? I'm not reading your... Okay, I see what you're talking about. You guys, we can't blame Slay for this, by the way. I don't think this is because of Slay. Maybe you can. I don't know. Oh, that's tough. As long as Stout's here, not worried about the O-line. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. But same time, I just don't get it. I mean, there's not much else for me to really break down. I'll probably stay here for a few more minutes and then be done, get to work on a video. But like, guys, this is... I'm in shock. Says Brown needs to be even more disciplined. He does, and like, he'll get better with playing time. That's what, you know, that's just what happens with any young player. But it is tough. This is dumb. Yeah. Am I glitching? Okay, I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, I don't have too much else to say. I mean, let me check to see if there's any other news going on real fast, and then we'll probably get out of here. But like, this is not fun. Okay, let's see here. All right, here we go. Anthony DeBona's got more of a breakdown of the money situation with this. But hold on, let me pull this up. Man, we might have to draft a safety now too, for sure. I think we kind of were already trending that direction. Let me pull this up though. Anthony DeBona breaks it down here. He says, I believe the Eagles will absorb $2.8 million of the $5 million remaining on the final year of Kenyon Green's rookie contract. Eagles saved $3.7 million in 2025 by trading away Gardner Johnson, which equates to a net savings of $900,000. Now, real world money, that's so much. That's a ton. NFL money, that's nothing. So I don't get it. Maybe something with his attitude. I don't get that. I mean, they knew what they were getting with him. They had him for a year. He left. He came back. Like, they knew who he was. I can't imagine that that's it. Man. This is a tough pill to swallow. And I was working on a video. I had already parts of my video recorded. I was about to edit. Now I got to change some of that because I was talking about, we got to trust how he's playing. I expected to lose all these guys. Like, you got to be a little more, I still trust how he's playing, but all right, guys. There's not much else more to really talk about, is there? Bottom line, this sucks. I don't agree with the move. I don't understand the move. bummed out by it. Sidney Brown, I guess, is your starter. Maybe you draft a safety. Maybe you bring someone in free agency. Guess Kenyon Green's your new starting right guard. And Mekhi Becton's gone. So, definitely not what I was hoping to hear this morning. But I appreciate all you guys for tuning in. If you haven't already, hit the like button. Make sure you're subscribed. And also, I'm sure you guys all are, but make sure your notifications are turned on so you don't miss any more videos or live streams when I go live. Man, this is tough. So, thank you all so much for tuning in. I guess I'll see you next time. Bye. Oh, by the way, Andrew, what happened to Becton? Becton's not gone yet. I'm just saying he's likely gone because we traded for a former first-round pick offensive lineman. So he's going to start, and then Becton's going to leave. So just clarification for you. But again, see you guys. See you in the next stream or video.